Hello everybody, this is Andrew Kirby with Gravel Run Hunting Supply. Today we're going to be doing a gear review of our long range MagMount ground plane antenna. I don't run with this on my truck all the time. It stays here in the dog box. In the event that I ever can't pick up the dogs with my handheld receiver, then I just grab this out. It goes together real easy, and it will definitely extend the range of your handheld over the factory antenna, or even the walk-around antennas, the longer ones that you can buy. Everything, I mean, obviously those serve a purpose, but when you really need to recover a dog, or if they get out there a ways, this is definitely a good option to have just sitting in the truck or mounted on the truck. That will help you extend the range of your handheld. So what we're going to do is I'm going to mount this on the truck. I'm going to put the camera in the truck facing the handheld. It's going to be, the camera itself is going to be mounted that way. I'm hands off throughout this. We'll head down the road, and when we drop reception with the handheld antenna, I'll find a spot to pull over, and we'll swap to the MagMount antenna, and we'll see how much more range we get, and I'll show you how it'll pick right back up with the dogs, and you'll be able to continue on. So this goes together real easy. You guys have seen me putting it together so far. Then what I do is I keep the pieces on the truck. All right, everybody, I'm back. Sorry, much easier to install this without the camera in my hand. So it just, the magnets stick to the top of the truck. I keep their adhesive clips that I have on here. They stay on the truck. I just run the cable down like this. It tucks in the door, and that way, because I don't keep it on the truck all the time, I don't have to drill any holes or anything like that to permanently mount it. So the next part of the video that we're probably going to do is going to be, I've done this a few times, and usually it just ends up being me driving. So what we're going to do is I'm going to get set up in the truck, get the camera mounted. We're going to head on down the road, and as soon as we start to drop signal, the video will pick back up. I'll show you guys where the standard antenna cut off, find a safe place to stop, and we will swap over to the long range antenna, and we'll keep driving until we lose it there. Couple things on this. I got 3 collars out here. The red one is the oldest collar I have. They're all TT15 minis. It does have a extended range VHF antenna on it. The yellow one is only a couple months old, and the orange one has the standard Garmin antenna, and it's probably 2 or 3 years old. So yeah, I'll be back with you guys in a minute. All right, everybody, we are back. Right now I have the factory 5.5-inch antenna installed on the Alpha 200. We are going to head on down the road. When I start to lose communication with the standard antenna, I'll find a place to pull over. We will swap to the MagMount extended range antenna and keep going until we lose signal. I'm probably going to edit most of this out because it's just going to be me driving and the Alpha bouncing violently in the screen. So stay tuned, and we'll see how far we can get. All right, so we lost the orange collar at 1.2 miles. We lost the yellow collar at about 1.6, and we lost the red collar here just a moment ago. I'm gonna find a place to pull over and swap out antennas. All right, so we are back. It took me a little bit farther than I wanted to find a spot to be able to pull off the road, but now we are going to swap to the long range antenna, and we should start picking up signal again. All right, we got everybody back. We're gonna head on down the road and see how much farther we can go. All right, everybody, so we lost the orange collar back at 3.86 miles. We just dropped the yellow collar The red collar is still going strong. What that tells me is that the orange collar probably needs a new VHF antenna put on the collar itself. We're going to keep going here until the red drops, and we'll probably call the video complete. You can find all our stuff, including this MagMount antenna, at gravelrunhuntingsupply.com. At the beginning of the video, we'll also have our information in it. If you ever have any questions or you need any help with Garmin's or accessories, give me a call at 440-344-8326. And it looks like we just lost the red color as well. So thank you very much. All right, guys. So I thought about it as I started driving back. I'm like, I want to see when we pick back up. So we picked up the red and the yellow just after the 5.5 mile mark. I didn't catch the exact rating. Couple things that I want to point out with this. So I've had this in my truck now for about 6 months. I've used it multiple times. In the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, I ran it for an entire week, running the drive track and everything else. So on average, I would get about 5 on good days, especially in real flat areas where we had good line of sight. Just messing around, I was getting close to 8. So I definitely think it's a viable option, good recovery tool to just have in your dog box, even if you don't want to mount it on your truck all the time. Have it in your dog box, and that way, should you need it, just like that, when we swapped, you know, had I not had this in the truck and I'd actually been out looking for a dog, it would have been hard for me to drive around the block where I was at, because the next road was still about 1.5 miles further. There were no roads that intersected. So it's a good way to basically at least get eyes on your dog, figure out where it's at, and that way you can drive around and be able to get as close as possible to it before you need to go back to the handheld antenna to walk in. Again, we have all this stuff on our website and at our store. All our information is on the video, and if you have any questions, please let me know. Subscribe, leave it in the comments. We're going to start doing gear reviews as often as possible. If there's anything you guys would like to see or tech help questions, go ahead and leave them there, or check out our Facebook group, Gravel Run Hunting Supply, and we have a supply group on there, and you can go ahead and join there and leave questions for me there as well. All right, thank you very much.